We all remember that 2019 Ajax team. They had a glorious run, winning the Eredivisie and the KNVB Cup that season. But their most impressive and memorable achievement was their fantastic UCL campaign. They were the tournament's dark horses, and they shocked the entire world when they thumped past Juventus and Real Madrid to get to the UCL semi-finals. What makes this even more impressive is that the squad's average age was 23.3 years. Anyway, let's look back at that team and see where they are today. Starting with the goalkeeper, Andre Onana. After that impressive season with Ajax, the Cameroonian goalkeeper extended his contract with the Dutch club in 2019 until June 2022. But in February 2021, Onana was temporarily banned for 12 months after testing positive for furosemide. After successfully appealing against the decision, his ban was reduced to 9 months. When his ban ended, he sealed a move to Inter Milan in May 2022 after spending 7 years at Ajax. At Inter, he settled in immediately and became their starting goalkeeper, helping them win the Supercoppa Italiana against AC Milan and the Coppa Italia against Fiorentina, while guiding the team to their first ever Champions League final, which they lost to Manchester City. His impressive performances caught the eye of Manchester United, and it got him a 5-year contract with the club for a transfer fee of €43.8 million in July 2023. At left back, we have the Argentine Nicolas Tagliafico. Like Onana, he also stayed with the club up until 2022, which was when he signed a 3-year contract with Ligue 1 club Lyon. His club career has been pretty much quiet since then, but he has been balling, literally, on the international scene. He was a massive part of what might be called the most successful 2 years in Argentina's history. Just before he left Ajax, he won the Copa America with Argentina in 2021, the Finalissima in 2022, and capped it off with the World Cup in December 2022. So, I guess it's safe to say things have been going well for him since then. Moving to central defence, we have Daley Blind at centre-back. After completing a move from Manchester United, he became an essential figure in defence for Ajax that season, as he was one of the oldest and most experienced players in the squad. He stayed with Ajax until December 2022 when his contract was mutually terminated. He then joined the next player on our list at Bayern Munich as a free agent in 2023. His time at Bayern was uneventful though, as he barely played for the club. He currently plays for Spanish club Girona after joining them in July 2023. Partnering Blind at centre-back, we have the captain, Matthijs de Ligt. At just 19 years of age, he was a commanding presence in defence, and he led that incredible Ajax team, which made him the youngest player to ever captain a team in the Champions League knockout stage fixture against Real Madrid. He also scored a crucial goal to knock out Juventus in their quarter-final fixture and send Ajax to the semi-finals for the first time since 1996. His fantastic season didn't end there, as he went on to win the Coppa Trophy and was also named in the UEFA Team of the Year and the FIFPro World 11. He didn't stay long at Ajax. Every major club in Europe wanted him, and rightfully so, but in the end he chose to play for Juventus. In July 2019, he joined the Serie A giants for a stunning fee of €75 million. He played for them and delivered too, until 2022, when he decided to join Bayern Munich for another mind-blowing fee of €77 million. Clubs aren't afraid to spend on this guy, and I don't blame them. He suffered a severe knee injury in 2023 and is currently behind Upamecano and Kim Min-jae in the pecking order, but I wouldn't bet against this guy. Moving on, the right back that season was Noussair Mazraoui. He also remained with Ajax until 2022, when he joined, you guessed it, Bayern Munich. You would think Bayern bullying teams ended on the pitch. It's safe to say that they had their eyes on that Ajax team, didn't they? Well, he has been playing well for the German team, but he has also enjoyed international success with Morocco, when they became the first African and Arab nation to reach the World Cup semi-finals in 2022. Moving to midfield, we have Lasse Schöne at the base in a double pivot. As one of the most capped players for Ajax, he also had a moment to remember after scoring a superb free kick, which was the final goal against Real Madrid in their knockout fixture that season. He left the club immediately after that season, but for a significant downgrade to Italian side Girona in Serie A on a 2-year contract. He didn't have a brilliant first season, but his time at the club only worsened after discovering that he had been frozen out and his name was not included in the squad list for the 2020-21 season. As he got this information late, he couldn't leave the club until January 2021, when his contract was terminated. In February 2021, he moved to Heerenveen in the Netherlands on a 6-month contract. After his contract ended with the club, he moved to NEC in June 2021, the club he played for before joining Ajax. Sitting deep at the base of the midfield with Schoen was Frenkie de Jong. The Dutchman was arguably Ajax's best player that season, and it's not just our opinion. I mean, everyone remembers that brilliant dribble at the expense of Luka Modric. Still, he was also named the Eredivisie Player of the Year and Champions League Midfielder of the Year, and he also made the UEFA Team of the Year. He was so good every major club in Europe wanted to get their hands on him. But as it would turn out, Barcelona won that race. But even the Spanish club wasn't taking any chances, as they didn't wait until the end of the season to get his signature. He was signed in January 2019 in a transfer worth 75 million euros. But he only joined the club in July 2019. His career has only gone up from there, as he has won every available trophy in Spain since joining the club. He has only got better, in fact, so good that he was involved in a major transfer saga in 2022 when Erik ten Hag tried to get him to join him at Manchester United. But the midfielder chose to stay at Barcelona, where he has now been named as one of the club's 4 captains. Completing the midfield in an attacking role is another Dutch midfielder, Donny van de Beek. The Dutchman was one of Ajax's best players that season, scoring against Juventus in the second leg of their quarter-final fixture and scoring the only goal against Tottenham in the first leg of their semi-final fixture. He attracted interest from major clubs like Real Madrid, but he eventually left Ajax in 2020 to join Manchester United for 40 million euros. We all expected the midfielder to shine through as one of the best talents in the Premier League, but for some reason he struggled to get playing time under then-manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Things got worse in his second season when he didn't start a single Premier League game for Manchester United. Yikes. After Ole was fired, things didn't get much better, as he only got 9 minutes of playing time under subsequent managers Michael Carrick and Ralf Rangnick. In January 2022, his reunion with his former coach didn't help, as he was loaned to Everton, and he seemed to be getting back his mojo after getting 5 starts in his first 6 games for the club before getting injured and missing the entire season. After returning to Manchester United, Donny recovered from his injury. He started working towards redeeming his career. But when you thought things couldn't get any worse, it did, and he suffered another knee injury in January 2023 that ruled him out for the rest of the season. After a failed loan move to Lyon, he was excluded from the team's Champions League squad for the season. Moving to the attack, on the left was David Neres. The Brazilian wonder kid was one of the players who was expected to be hijacked immediately, but he remained at the club until 2022. Not because the offers were not coming, but because he just chose to. As it would turn out, that was a wrong decision. After suffering a long-term injury, he never returned to the starting 11, and he was eventually sold to Shakhtar Donetsk in January 2022 for 17 million euros. In February 2022, after the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Brazilian players pleaded with the Brazilian government to flee the country. In March 2022, the Brazilian player successfully made it to Romania, where they all returned to their country. He joined Benfica in June 2022 after signing a 5-year contract for a reported fee of 15.3 million euros. On the right flank was Hakim Ziyech. After that impressive season, he signed a new 3-year contract with Ajax, but in February 2022 he moved to Chelsea for 40 million euros. He quickly slotted into the team, helping them win the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. Afterwards, his form dipped and he started losing the Chelsea fans. In August 2023, he was loaned to Galatasaray with an obligation to make the move permanent. On the international scene, he initially retired from Morocco after having a falling out with the manager. After hiring a new manager, Ziyech returned to the national team and helped them reach the 4th place at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Leading the attack was Dusan Tadic. After arriving a year before, the forward hit the ground running, scoring goals in almost every match. He is the only player who remained with the club until 2023, even hitting 100 goals for Ajax. But in July 2023, he signed a 2-year contract to seal a move to Fenerbahce. So there you have it, guys. Any other teams on your mind that you want us to dive into? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, don't miss out. Give us a like, hit subscribe and ring that bell. And I'll catch you in the next video.